Everybody say whiskey. 1, 2, 3, smile.
And Johannes, one day as he sat, he received a letter. And when he read it, he could not believe his eyes, because it was from the king. The king had written, "My dear sir, I do believe that you make the best of clothes. I would wish for you to travel to my castle and make clothes for me." Johannes couldn't believe his luck, to go and work for the king. Money in his pocket, food in his belly.
And taller than the rest, stronger than the rest. She said, "Old woman, I will come inside of your house." And the two of them sat down by the side of a fire, and she told another young woman, and another, and another.
Talks like this.
In England, as in Colombia, there are different accents. I don't know if you've ever met anybody from Scotland, but when they say like hello and how are you, it's like, "Hello, how you doing?" I know that sounds like somebody going, but it is a language, and they do speak like that, very strong, and it changes from place to place. Some places in England, they speak with a Yorkshire accent. "Hey, it's right nice to see you. It's lovely to be here," like that. And down here, very slow. "Oh, I like that. I really like the way you talk. It's lovely," like that. But where I come from here, we have an accent, a northeastern accent. Me and Michael Flatley. Whatever that is, I have no idea. Okay. Well, some people think it sounds like Saeed. Okay, so I'll ask you, please. Can you take something out of the bag for me, please? That's it. If you just put your hand in and take something out, that's it. Good. What's that over there? Wow! That's it. Good. Thank you very much. Okay. And she was just lying there, deep beneath the soil, and she screamed,
He was tall and he was strong, but sometimes he could be a fool, because he would not take a map. He would not listen to anyone, because he would have to walk through all of the trees in a place in Germany called the Schwarzwald, the Black Forest. And he wouldn't read a map. And as he walked through that place, when the moon hung in the sky like a great silvered coin, he found himself in the heart of midnight, lost amongst all of the trees. And he knew one thing for certain: there were great and terrible monstrous animals that would have him for their dinner. He could not sleep by the side of a river, so he thought, I could climb a tree. And up the tree he climbed. I don't know about you, but if you've ever tried to sit on a hard piece of wood, you start to move this way and that. And to make sure he did not fall from out of the tree, he took the belt from his trousers and tied himself to the tree. And he tried very hard to fall asleep. But in the darkness, as he moved from side to side, he looked and he started to curse himself and smell the air. And he could smell smoke.
Hello, Tony.
Now,
we are recording for our GF News, so we want to ask you some questions. Like, the first one is, since when are you in Colombia?
this is now our third week. It's the first time I've been in Colombia. We came from Newcastle upon Tyne in northeast England, and then we flew to Bogota, did 1 week in Bogota. We've done 8 days in Cali, and now we're back in Bogota for 2 more weeks.
What is your motivation?
guitar, rocking town. Little black goat, bleat, leave me a table with food to eat. The table was there, and Three Eyes looked. Oh, good. I know now where she gets the food. Little black goat, if you are able, take away the table. Three Eyes smiled. Either, no. This side. Okay, are these all your favorite? Is this where you're from? Is this where you're from? No. Good places. Yeah. You were great. You were all sitting in the front row, weren't you? You were excellent. Well done. Well done. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. No, thank you. Thank you. Bye. Now, he had on his back a cloak that ran from the top of his head right down to the ground, and it was only as he sat down that he pulled up his trousers to sit, and the old woman looked.
A huge male cow with horns upon its head that were as sharp as swords. And on the other side of this clearing there was a deer, a stag, a male deer, and on its head it had 8 sharp, razor-sharp horns, and the 2 of them were padding and pawing upon the ground, and in their eyes there was nothing else but death. And he looked. Now the bull had eyes that were golden yellow as milk, lips as red as blood, and when she looked at him, she screamed, Can I just say, usually when I tell that story, I go, oh! And I have my eyes closed, but I must admit I kept my eyes open that time, and it was like, you've got to understand these stories. Thank you. Okay, so these stories, the storytellers, before television and before movies and before texts and all of those things, a storyteller would be asked to come and tell a story. Now, I'll tell you something, you will remember that you jumped. Did you jump? So anyway, so there she looked, and as he lay there, she ran away from that place. She was frightened. She didn't know
tell stories to all ages, right from pre-kinder to teachers themselves. And I think sometimes when you hear that a storyteller's coming, you think I might tell you like a fairy story, like Jack and the Beanstalk or something like that. There are many stories that I cannot tell
to anyone
to
else.
Young children.
So she went to her father again, and she said, "Father, please, can I have another key?" And he gave her a silver key to open another door. And she asked for another, and another, and another, and another, and soon she had not 5 or 10 or 20, but 24 silver keys. She opened every door inside of that great castle. Then she went to her father and said, "Father, please can I have a golden key that opens the gates at the front of the castle?"
favourite story is usually the one I have just learned, because it seems quite exciting. Have you heard of Orson Welles? He was a film director. I told you I am very old. Not a film director. Sorry, a movie director. And he used to say, what's your favourite movie? And he would say, the one I have just done. So I've got to say that my favourite story is usually the one I have just learned. You have been fantastic. Muchísimas gracias.
In as short as 6 years, people come here and they find how wonderful it is, how great views of people are. I could just say, gracias y adios. Thank you.
I've got to say, we are going back to tell everybody what a fantastic country you have. You have been fantastic. Muchísimas gracias. Y adios. Gracias.
Can I just say to all of you, you have been absolutely fantastic. I have really enjoyed myself. I hope you have too. So I'd just like to say thank you very much and goodbye. Thank you very much. Thank you.
I'm not. You ready? There was an old woman. This old woman lived by a huge stream, but the stream ran red with blood, and she did not like to be in that place. And she hoped that someday, when the sun would shine, she would remember when her sons would come back from the war. There you go. Thank you very much. I'll play the banjo if you will go.